guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Beverly. It's lovely to meet you. I hope you'll get chatting in the comments because I really love making new friends. Today we are talking Once Upon a Time, the newest episode, which is season 7, episode 4. First of all, I want to apologise I didn't do my little review last week because I wasn't well enough. That's life with chronic illness, unfortunately. You can't always do what you want to do. But I'm back now, having a good day, so I thought, why not sit down while I'm here and chat about Once Upon a Time, one of my favourite programmes ever. So this episode is the Rumbell episode. We see what happened to Belle. First of all, there are spoilers ahead. Second of all, I've never liked Rumpel. He's my least favourite character, and I never shipped Rumbell before. Never liked them because I didn't like the way he treated her. That all changed with this episode, so let's get talking about it. I know some of my friends are big shippers of theirs from way back, so they'll be laughing and tittering to know that I'm suddenly like, oh, I get it. So I loved that when we opened up, we were back in Storybrooke. It felt really nice. I was like, oh, this is home, Storybrooke. I love it. Because, yeah, it is home. It's where we've been for 6 seasons, and it does feel a bit strange being in a new place. I mean, we're trying to get used to it, but it does feel strange. And I think that's mostly what people are not liking about new series, that there's change. It's a new curse. It's a new place. Some of our old characters are caught up in it, and some aren't, and people are confused, and people just don't like change. But I'm hoping that people will filter back as the rest of us carry on watching and realising how good it is. It's back to how good it used to be, and I love it. Right then, so we're back in Storybrooke, and we see Belle and Rumpel with little baby Gideon celebrating his birthday. Everybody that we love has been mentioned, so we kind of get the feeling that, yeah, Hook and Emma together, happy ever after. We know that. We've had their episode, and that's what I loved about this. I mean, Captain Swan shippers, and I've always liked Captain Swan, but we got our little happy ending discussion. We got our episode. And so it was only right that Rumbell got their episode as well, because Rumpelstiltskin was one of the main characters. So I think it's right that they did that. Although he's not a favourite character of mine, I'm still thankful that my friends got to have an episode dedicated to their favourites, because that's what I'm like. I'm a nice person. So I liked seeing that Belle and Rumpel, Gold, whatever, that they've got their settled life. What I never liked about Rumbell was that she constantly wanted him to be good, wanted him to give up this power that he was addicted to, and she wanted him to just be happy with what they had, and he never could be. He was always wanting more, and he lied to her, he abused her, he treated her so badly, so much, and that's why I never liked them. And then finally we see that he's come to realise that no, the power is not what I need. And he's settled, and I love that. I love that he's settled, I love that he's happy, I love that the two of them are actually in a good, settled, happy relationship. And that's what changed everything for me in this episode, I think. From the first scene I was like, oh, finally she's happy, because I love Belle. She's one of my favourite characters, and I got really protective over her. I actually used to ship her with Hook. I've always been a multi-shipper, and I basically ship everyone with Hook. I hate to say it, but I do. But I always preferred her with Will, because he made her laugh, and he brought out like that really cute side of her that I never felt that Gold did. But I love sorry, I'm pulling my socks up. I've got knee-length socks on today to keep me warm. I never felt like Rumpel gave her that love and that unconditional dedication that she gave him. But I love seeing that now. I love looking at him and her and seeing that love and that dedication. And from the first scene, we saw that. They're like a little unit, and yeah, I just really, I got it. I get it, fine, I get it. I loved Alice. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favourite stories. I'm a big Mad Hatter fan. Of course, I'm happy that my favourite actor, Sebastian Stan, played the Mad Hatter. I was really pleased about that. And I wish we could have seen this Alice with his Mad Hatter. That would have been incredible, because she is the Alice that we deserved. No offence to the other Alice, but she just wasn't Alicey enough for me. This Alice is Alice. Tilly Alice. She's, you know what I mean. I like her. And I love that she's in a white bunny mask and trying to solve a puzzle that isn't going to solve. And even cursed, she's all muddled. And I think they're trying to show that she's like bipolar, something like that, which I really love. Somebody with like genuine mental health issues on a show like this is important, because people will see this and be like, oh, I see a bit of me in her. And that's what I always liked about the Wonderland story, the fact that we're all mad here, we're all accepted for being mentally ill, and that's important. We're all accepted, we're all included, we've all got friends, we do our crazy stuff, and everyone just accepts happy unbirthday and has a party for it, even though it's not her birthday. And seeing them respect that and still keep Tilly with a mental health issue, I thought was incredible. So I really treasure that, and I love this version of Alice so much, I can't even tell you. Then we see Ivy. Ivy being the bitchy mean girl stereotype that you expect from the ugly sister. I mean, Adelaide Kate as an ugly sister is hilarious to me, but she's the perfect, she's what you expect. And every time I see Ivy, yes, I remembered her name this time. Every time we see Ivy in this, I am definitely reminded that, no, I definitely think to myself, I hope there's more. I hope she gets her twist. I hope she gets more than just being like a side character who's the ugly sister whose sister died. You know, I always wanted that. I always wanted it to be more. And this episode we saw little glimpses of the fact that it is going to be more. She's going to get, you know, there's little glimmers, but we'll talk about that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. I love Alice that she's beginning to wake up. Because she can see through the curse because of her mental health issues. She can see through it, so she sees little glimpses of the truth. And I love that she's the one that's going, no, you don't understand. But because she has these, I mean, they didn't say what she had. I'm assuming it's bipolar. I don't know. That seems to fit. But I love that she's the one asking the real questions. She's the one, but nobody's going to believe her. They'll just say, oh, she's just crazy. It's just her hallucinations or whatever. And I think that's a really clever little twist to make her the one that sees and the one that nobody's going to believe. They're never going to believe her. And I really, really love that so much. I admire her nerve. I admire her bravery in speaking out, in jumping out in the car of Victoria Belfry that nobody else is ever gonna like turn on. They're terrified of her, everybody. Even Weaver is a little bit. But I really became afraid when Victoria said these are her pills, she needs to take these, you're going to make sure. Of course we know that we don't know how she made the curse happen or exactly why she made the curse happen, but this time Victoria is the one who made it happen. And so I got really afraid when they were like, give her these pills. I was like, oh my god, is she going to kill her? Because I love Alice. Like, are these pills her actual pills? Is she trying to drug her? Like, what's going on? Thankfully, Weaver's on her side, and he wants her to stay off them because when she's off her meds, she gives him really good tips and stuff. So he's doing it for selfish reasons, which we expect from that character. But still, I'm really thankful that he's kind of on her side-ish, sort of, kind of. Then we see Ronnie and Henry interacting, and I got this real like thrill, like, oh my gosh, like Ronnie doesn't even know that she's really his mother, but she's giving this motherly advice, she's looking after him, she's like saying go for it with that girl and giving him little advice and stuff, and I thought that was really sweet. I like that they still interact in that way, even though of course they're not, like, she doesn't know that she's the mother and he doesn't know that either, and so it's funny that they've fallen into that pattern, and it just shows that that bond just hasn't gone away. It can't break, and that means a lot. I mean, I'm not adopted. I don't know anybody who is adopted, but I can imagine if you are, that would mean so much to have, to be able to see that, oh, she was the adopted mother, but her bond is just as strong as his is with Emma, and it survived. And I think that means a lot. I think it really does. I think it matters, and yeah, I think that's important. It's important for people to realise, and I love that they kept that little thing in. Weaver and Hook together, I just love. Of course, we all know their history, we know their past, we know the truth. And going forward, I don't know how that relationship is going to change or merge, but at the moment, that kind of Hook being the moral guidance for Weaver is an interesting concept. I like that they're together, although as a Hook stan, I do find it quite hard to see them together, and I'm like wanting to protect him and wrap him up in bubble wrap and just be like, no, he's ours, leave him alone. Because that's another reason why I never liked Rumpel, is because, you know, he hurt my Hook, and you can't hurt my Hook. Leave him alone. So that was like a big thing, and I love that Hook is the moral compass, you know, because he always was, like, with his brother. He never was before, is what I'm trying to say, not that he was. He never was before, sorry, brain fog, chronic illness, ignore me. What I'm trying to say is his brother was his moral compass, and Hook never really found his way very easily. He was often pulled to the dark side, like when he fell into alcoholism when he was younger, and turning into being a pirate, running away with Mila. These are all things that pulled him into the darkness, and his brother kept him in the light. And now to see that Hook is the one in the light, Rogers, I should say, is really lovely to see, and I could just talk all day about Hook. Let's move on, shall we? Oh my gosh. So I really enjoyed the little flashbacks to Rumpel and Belle. Never thought I'd say those words. I know a lot of my friends are like, go and watch this and be like, what? But yeah, I'm really loving that. I love that Belle got to have all her adventures. She always wanted to go on adventures and do crazy things and discover things, and he finally took her out to see the world and the enchanted forest and whatever she wanted to see, and I found that really lovely. Yeah, and just the special effects, the beautiful landscapes. Can we just take a moment of praise for the CGI departments, because oh my gosh, it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. I could look at the scenery all day, and I'll probably be looking for GIFs of them to reblog on my Tumblr later, because I just loved it. Loved it. Yes. So, I also want to talk about Rumble. We saw in this episode that Rumpel is actually trying to get rid of stop being the Dark One, and he doesn't want to pass it on to somebody else, which is how he's always tried to do it in the past, just like pass it on to someone else. He actually wants to let the darkness... Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. That's why I'm a bit muddly and my throat's a bit... Ugh. Drink out of my unicorn cup. Can you see that? That's so cool. And it's hollow. There we go. Yeah, I love that Rumpel wants to just get rid of the darkness, and part of their adventures is that they're trying to find a way to get rid of the dagger and get rid of that curse of him being the Dark One, so he can grow old with her and they can die together and be together forever, which I think is beautiful. And I never thought I'd say those words about Rumpel, but yeah, I think it's beautiful. And if he'd have been more like this to her all the way through, I might change my mind about him. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, seeing Ivy going trick-or-treating with Lucy reminded me so much. Does anybody watch Lucifer? You know Maze and the little girl, I can't remember what the little girl's called in that, but Ivy and her remind me so much of Chloe's daughter and Maze in Lucifer. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't worry about it, but if you do watch Lucifer, you'll be like, oh my gosh, it so reminded me of that. And I think they even had an episode where Maze took her trick-or-treating, and it just, oh, I had flashbacks. I don't know if the writers watch Lucifer, but if they don't, that is a big coincidence. But I just loved that, and I loved Sneaky Lucy running off once again. I mean, honestly, that child needs to be glued to whoever she's supposed to be with, because she cannot be trusted. That child is worse than Henry. I'm sorry, but she is. I mean, Henry was bad for running off. I mean, he went all the way to Boston, didn't he, to get his mother. But Lucy's like now run off from like 3-4 people that we've seen so far. That child needs telling off. So I'm really starting to love Tilly, aka Alice. Tilly is the woke one, the one that's... Can you hear my dog sighing? He just wants to go to sleep and I'm talking to you, so he's getting a bit grumpy. So I really love Alice, but she's going to be in danger, and that really frightened me. I was like, oh my god, are they going to kill off Alice? They can't. Because it just scared me that she's the one who's woke and she's the one who's going against Victoria, you know. I really, and when, yeah, it just really frightened me. And I honestly just want to protect her. Can we protect her, please? Can we start a little Protect Tilly, aka Alice League? I'll be the president. So then we see Weaver, and she's saying that he was a good man. And when I hear that, I'm like, he was a good man back before he became the Dark One. Although he was always a bit selfish and a bit cowardly, he was a good man. And I started to think, oh, was Weaver a different version? Because of course we've got Wish Hook and Our Hook. They're the different versions. So is it that Weaver's a different version of Rumpel? I know we find out the answer later, but at this point I was really lost, and I was like, oh my gosh, was he always good? It would be nice to see a good Rumpel. Yeah, that didn't come to pass. I'm really thankful that Gideon and Belle got to have a happy life with Gold. I love that they went on adventures, all the three of them together. And they're trying to cure him of being the Dark One. He doesn't want to be that anymore. He doesn't want that power. He just wants to be happy with Belle. And I absolutely love seeing that. I think it's something that it's hard to explain. If you know, I'm a Belle fan, but I'm not a Rumpel fan, and I always worried about her never getting her actual happy ending because of him. And now to see that she did, I'm just so happy and grateful, and I just, yes. Thank you, writers, thank you. I love Dorky Henry with Jacinda when he goes to try and ask her to the dance. I mean, could he stumble over his words anymore? The actor that plays Henry said in an interview that he actually studied Jared's version of Henry a lot, and you can tell that he did. He put in the work because he's got it perfect. He definitely is the grown-up Henry. Perfect casting once again. We've often seen that when they have actors and then they show them when they're younger, like we did with Snow. When we saw Snow White when she was young, that was perfect casting. She looked just like Ginnifer Goodwin, and it's the same now. Adult Henry, he's got him down. I just love him so much. In fact, I never was a big fan of Henry like in the past when I watched the show, but now I really like him. He's really good. I like him a lot. I like him with Jacinda as well. I love how sassy Jacinda is with Ivy as well. That really made me happy because Ivy needs a good shake. Stop trying to impress your mum and just accept that you can be a good person, a nice person. And I love Jacinda just being like, oh, I'm done with you. It's a shame because I think they could probably be friends if Ivy just let go of that wanting to be her mom and like her mom. I really hope she does at some point. I really do ship Henry and Jacinda, but I find myself in this episode really shipping him with Alice as well. Does anybody else doing that? Is that just me? I feel a bit bad because obviously Cinderella is his true love, but him and Alice are cute together too. I got really angry in the next scene when Weaver drugged Tilly sneakily. She can't find the truth now because he's drugged her, and I got really really angry. I was like, oh my gosh, Weaver, why have you done this? Why have you given in to what she wanted? Why are you not helping her? Like, this is my Hulk face. We'll pretend that just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. So, I actually do like this version of Rumbell. The way we're seeing them now in this episode is really romantic and really sweet. I know we've seen romance with them before. They danced together in the ballroom and it was beautiful, and I was like, oh, Beauty and the Beast, I love it. Really happy. There are scenes where I love that, but then he always ruined it by being evil and lying to her and all the rest of it. But this version, I just felt like he never did that. He never turned on her, and he never left her out. He was honest and open, and he was trying to change, and I loved that. And it really shocked me. He actually listens to her, you know. He's about to make the house appear with the wishing on the dagger, and then she says, no, we'll build it ourselves, and he just does it. He listens to her, and I love that. I love seeing that. It really gave me closure and helped me to say goodbye to Belle in a way, knowing that she was happy. She had her happy ever after, and that's all I wanted. That's all any of us wanted, you know. We wanted our characters that we've loved for 6 seasons to get their happy endings. And I love that though we've moved to a new curse, we're still finding out the truth. I do wish we would have a snowing episode so we could find out what happened to them, and actually see them have their happy ending. I mean, season 1 and 2 was all about snowing, and I love Ginnifer Goodwin. She's one of my favourite actresses. She's why I started watching the show in the first place. She's a style icon of mine. I have my hair short because it looks nice on her, and I often take her pictures with me to the hairdressers. I just absolutely love her so much, and yeah, I really wish we could have this sort of episode for them. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't read spoiler. I am on Tumblr a lot, and I follow a lot of Once Upon a Time people, but I don't read spoilers. I don't read that sort of thing because I like to be surprised when the episode comes, and so I don't watch spoilers and things like that. So I don't know if they are going to come back, if that's been talked about, but I hope. I can hope in my heart that one day we'll have an episode just for them. Hopefully the series will go on for a few more series, and we will get that one day. I hope so. That would be really cool. I really hope we get that one day. Anyway, babbling on. I actually want more about Gideon. I didn't like him last season because he was evil, and yeah, I didn't like him. But this season he's like coming and going on his little adventures, just like his mum. He goes off to university and he does his own thing. And I kind of wanted to see where he was going and what he was doing and what it was like at university, and is he in the new curse, you know, that kind of thing. Like, what's going on with Gideon? I really would like to know. Would anybody else? Do you like Gideon? I mean, he's the Rumbell child. Everybody, I know a lot of people ship Rumbell. Is he what you expected, what you wanted from their child? I always thought they would have a girl. I don't know why, but there you go. I quite liked him this episode. Ivy in this episode really starts stepping up, and that's why I love it so much. I mean, I love Adelaide Kay. I've talked about her before, but I will watch anything she's in. I absolutely adore her. She's amazing. She's beautiful. I'm going to meet her next year at a convention, and I could just scream in joy. But I love that she's reaching out and letting her walls down and talking to Henry about things and being open. And that's something that Henry, it's a gift that he always had. We always saw that in the past. He was one of the few people that could get people to open up and be honest about themselves, and he was always open, and I love that he's starting to pull that out of Ivy as well. And I mean, Henry I ship with like Alice, Ivy and Jacinda now, all three, because he just has amazing amazing chemistry with all three of them. So I just really appreciated that so much. I just really liked it. Yeah, I love that she's starting. I hope that she steps out from being under Victoria's thumb and starts to be her own self, because I think down under it just all comes from jealousy of Cinderella, and that's why the ugly sisters were ugly in the past, because they were so consumed with jealousy and wanting to be the best and wanting to impress their parent, their mother, that they were evil and horrible. And that's why Ivy is written so perfectly. I absolutely adore her. And I'm just so thankful that Henry's pulling out more. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen with her. I'm so excited. Tilly helping Weaver to wake up and to be woken up and to be seen through the curse. I love Tilly trying to help him. When she picked up the cup, I was like, oh, she's got the cup, oh my god, just hold the cup and wake up and see the light. You know, I was expecting, you know, the some kind of when he saw the cup, and he didn't even touch it. He was like, get out of my face. He just was not having any of it at all. So I definitely struggled with that. I definitely found that difficult, because I was literally screaming at the screen. He just needed to touch it. And then she pulled out that gun and I screamed. I was like, oh, she's going to shoot him. Then what's going to happen? And he just fell on the floor, and I thought she was going to drop the cup, which would have been a nightmare because it's already chipped. I mean, come on. So I was just really like on tender hooks through this whole thing. which I know probably I hated hearing that in order for Rumpel to break the curse of the dagger, he had to lose Belle. That really like just broke my heart. I absolutely just hated that scene with her passing away. It was really sad. It really got me. I know that she had her happy ending. She was happy with every moment that she spent with him in that little house. Some people said it reminded them of the Disney film Up. You know, the couple from the Disney film Up. Did anybody else get those kind of vibes? Let me know in the comments below if it did. Let me know. But yeah, it was such, that scene where we got all the flashbacks and she was telling him the story, and it was like a little love letter to Rumbel, and I loved that. I know that my friend, when I because we always, like, she lives in Germany and I'm in England, and we watch the programme and then we message each other, what did you think of the episode? And I know she would have cried. I know she would have cried. I know she would have, because it was such a beautiful scene, and her passing away was so sad, but it was so beautiful, and I loved it. I loved it so much. Oh my goodness. This one episode have got me to ship Rumbel more than 6 seasons. What is going on in the world? Shocking, shocking things. I'm thankful that Rumpel got to be good. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that he was powerful. He had the power. He's still got the power, I'm assuming. Now we know for sure, because she shot him and now he's woken. Weaver has his memories. We can see that, yeah, that is our version of gold. That's Rumpel. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. I must apologise. My my illness is showing today, and I must apologise. Yeah, that kind of shocked me. I thought he'd be a different version. But yeah, it's our gold. How do you feel about that, kids? I was shocked, but I kind of saw it coming, because I was like, he's the only one who's ever survived all the curses, so it makes sense he's one of the first ones to wake up, and he's now going to go after Victoria. He's not going to be happy, by the way. I hope he doesn't. I hope he isn't horrible to Hook. That's the only thing I hope. That's the only thing. I absolutely adored Detective Rogers and Tilly's scene where they started playing chess together. I hope that their friendship blossoms, because, again, who shipped that Hook and Alice? Or is Alice his daughter? Something went on, and I think it's... I've just realised they were playing chess together. That's his daughter. Oh. I feel like that meme, it's a gif from Parks and Rec of... Has anybody seen it? It's Chris Pratt's character, Andy, and he goes... If I can find it and figure out how to put it on the screen, I will do, but if not, I might put the Google link to it down below. Because that was me. I get it now! Alice is Hook's daughter. All my dreams are coming true. I just feel like I could moonwalk. Yeah, that's me happy. Yeah, baby. I love that Ivy is trying to change. She again was talking to Henry. They met up. She was telling him things. She was opening up, telling him the truth. I love that. I cannot wait to see how being with Henry and Jacinda and reaching out more is going to change her. I definitely get May's vibes from Lucifer, from Ivy. I love it. I'm not hating on that. I like the parallel. I love it. I love the moment that we realise that he remembers, because we see him in the hospital bed with Victoria, and he knows all her tricks, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see how him saying dearie is going to come out, how much exactly he remembers. If he remembers all of it, then we're all done for. Is he going to be evil now? Is he going to be good? These are the questions that we're going to find out over the next season. I hope he's going to be good. I hope he's going to help Rogers rather than bring up old problems. But yes, that's my little spiel. That's how my feels, getting the feels out. So what did you all think of the episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Was it everything you'd hoped for Rumbell? How did you feel? Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you like Alice? I love Alice. Do you like Alice? I want to know. Thank you for joining me here. I've got lots of exciting things coming up over the next month. Lots of ideas in my little noodle for videos, so do make sure you're subscribed. Tap that little bell so you get all the notifications. I'm so glad my channel's growing. Please like and share so I can continue to grow this channel, and I hope you'll leave me comments and things below because I love chatting with everybody, and I will see you all next time. Bye.